You may be familiar with the film Doubt. Well, this week the Union University players are bringing you the theatrical version. It will be premiering this Thursday at 7:30 in the W.D. Powell Theatre. Here to talk about the play is an actress from the show, Glenae Nora. Glenae, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So I'm sure most students, if they're going to be at all familiar with Doubt, it'll be the film version. Tell us quickly what is different between the film version and what you guys are going to be doing on stage.
Well, the play was written first, and it's primarily just a 4-person cast. So you'll just have the priest, the elder nun, the younger nun, and the boy's mother. Whereas in the play, you get a more variety of actors and actresses, and you get a more well-rounded view of what they're talking about. But with the play, you're just relying on the view of these 4 actors. So that's, I think, would be the main difference.
You know, we've talked a little bit about the play and what it goes over, but because it's so limited in its view, it presents, well, doubt really about what the story is going on. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, the main problem is that there's a new priest in the parish and at a new Catholic school, and the principal, Sister Aloysia, she's the oldest nun. She is very set in her ways with in tradition of the church and of the proper hierarchy and how things should be run. And this priest is bringing in new ideas, and she's already suspicious of him anyway. So whenever she gets information that he might be zeroing in on this new black boy in the school, so her suspicions heighten, and so she's trying to do all she can to get him out of this school. But since there's no background for really any of the characters, we're just relying on what the characters are saying. There's doubt all around. But for Sister Aloysius, for the younger nun that she's trying to persuade, for the mother, for the audience in general, you just have no idea.
Now you play the mother of the child who, you know, may have been involved with some sort of abuse from the priest. Obviously, we don't really know. Tell us a little bit about your character, some struggles that she goes through.
Well, the play takes place in 1964, so the Civil Rights Bill has just been passed, and it takes place in New York, and my character is definitely on the lower socioeconomic status level, and her struggles are that she's trying to find a safe place for her son, and he's the first and only black child in this Catholic school. So she's worried about if he's going to get beaten up, because they had to take him out of his last school because they were abusing him there. She says that his father beats him at home, so he's a loner. She's trying to protect him. She's trying to, it seems as if it solely rests on her shoulders to make sure that she can afford for him to be here. So she's kind of being bogged down by work, by her restraints at home, by trying to protect her son at all costs.
Students who are planning on coming here, they may want to have a little bit of, you know, thinking going ahead of time. If you were to tell them what themes will be presented and maybe how to look at the play, what would those be?
I think there's a definite element of your grounding in your faith and how important that is to you, and what you're going to do at all costs to protect your faith. Another aspect, if you're thinking of like having children in the future, what lengths will you go to protect them? Like if you suspect that something's going wrong, but like there's these two, I don't know, these two opposing sides. Like one situation seems really bad for them, and one can be equally as bad. Are you going to choose to just yank them out altogether, or just choose like the lesser of two evils? Those are the two basic things that my character, I think, definitely struggles with. And just how far are you willing to go in general to defend your side if you think you're right, no matter who you have to bulldoze over to get your point made.
Because this is such a fluid play, there's not necessarily one meaning that you guys are going to be bringing out of it. You guys are doing something interesting. Following the actual performance, you're going to be bringing people back. Tell us a little bit about what's going to happen there.
Okay. Well, this play is relatively short since there are only four characters, so it's just all done in one act. There's no break at all. So after the show is finished, we're going to have a brief intermission, and then we're going to allow time for the audience to come back in, anybody who wants to stay, and we're going to have a discussion led by a faculty member each night to just lead discussion and answer questions that the audience might have for us, and perhaps we can answer them and what our thought processes were throughout the show as we were working on it.
All right, well, Glenae, thank you so much for coming on here.
Thank you.
Remember, tickets are available at the ticket booth outside Brewer Dining Hall throughout the week, or you can buy them at the ticket booth outside the theater before each show. Tickets will cost $3 for students, and shows will be Thursday through Tuesday at 7:30, with special showings midnight Friday and Sunday at 2:30.